Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be sharing with you guys my favorites in the month of September. So if you guys are interested, do stick around. I really do have products that I'm very excited to share with you guys because I really gravitated towards them quite a bit. And I've put them all in a tray right here. I'm gonna begin with the skincare, and this is a cleanser. This is by Dior. It's the Purifying Foaming Cleanser with Crystal Iris Extract. This is for normal or combination skin. I have been working for the brand for about 3 to 4 years now. No, 3 years now, and I've always just gravitated towards their makeup, and it's only as of late that I've really gotten to embrace and discover a lot of their skincare, and it's absolutely amazing. This is one of them, and this has definitely quickly gone to my top 5 cleansers and has actually even replaced one of my top 5 cleansers. This is how it looks. The beautiful thing about this is it really gives me that luxurious clean feel without stripping my skin of moisture and leaving it too squeaky clean that it's dry. And also the price point is amazing. This retails for 45 Canadian, so it's about probably 40 US, and that you get 125 ml. And I think for a luxury cleanser that is formulated so well, this is gorgeous. And I believe they are discontinuing this product, you guys, so if you still have a chance to get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. The next product is something that is very odd for me to have in my favorites because this is supposed to be a staple, but for some reason this purple beauty blender, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen this in Sephora, because I got this at IMATS Vancouver and it didn't come with a packaging. It was a wholesale kind of deal, and this is just so buoyant. I don't know if that's even a description, but it is not too dense, it's not too soft, and it's just extremely like the perfect in between of buoyancy, or I don't know, bounciness, that it's the most beautiful beauty blender I've tried. And I don't know if this is just a luck of the draw in this batch. I'm assuming they're all made in the same factory, or maybe this was a different manufacturer, I'm not sure, but this specific one is really the beauty blender that has stood out for me in all that I've tried. And the ones that I've tried are just the pink and the professional one, and I absolutely love this. I think it's just the right amount of density and bounciness that really lends itself to an airbrush finish to the skin. The next product is another skincare product, and this is still from Dior, and this is the eye cream from Dior Prestige. Dior Prestige is exclusive to Nordstrom, made of Rose de Granville, which are from the Dior Gardens that is just grown in Granville, France. There's a unique symphony of just conditions that lend itself well to the most pure and the most beautiful rose and extractions in that area of the world, and that is what they put into all the Dior Prestige products. This is a very dense cream, and this one, the one that I have, is 15 ml. This will last you for maybe 2 years. It smells amazing. It is such a, just from the weight of the cream, it's not a balm, but once you touch your fingers on it, you can really tell how dense the product is and how full of concentrated ingredients it has. What I love about this is I really do feel my skin under the eye just drinking and getting moisture out of the cream itself, which usually with other eye creams I've used, sometimes I just feel like it just sits there, or after I tap it a bit it just kind of goes away. This is like dense enough but not too heavy for the skin under the eye. And what I love about this is the applicator that it comes with, and it comes with this kind of a gold applicator that has 2 motions, so it can go this way, and the gold ball actually rolls. And then if you do it this way, I don't know if you guys can see this white one is a ceramic ball that you can also use to massage your pressure points around the eye. So you can do a motion this way and also you can do a motion this way with a ceramic ball. There's 2 motions, and it's the only applicator that has that. And I'm telling you guys, when I'm very tired, it is just such a saver, and it really just drains all the toxins around the eye by doing that eye massage with the applicator. Another product I want to share with you guys is, yes, it's still from Dior, and it's the new Flashluminizer. This is how it looks. This is like a YSL Touche Éclat. It's a highlighting pen, a brightening pen. This one is in the shade 500. Dior also has just like concealer type pens that are called Flashlumizers, but this is absolutely gorgeous. And I do have, and I want to show you guys to prove it, I do have the YSL Touche Éclat, and I've just been reintroduced to this when this first came out, or not really first came out, but when I first started doing YouTube, this was one of the first luxury products I did a review on, and I can put the link down below. I showed you guys how I apply it. It's basically the same concept of how I apply this, but I can honestly say that the formulation of the product in this one is much better. For some reason, I just purchased this maybe 3-4 months ago. I never really reached for it as much as I used to. I think it's just cumbersome, and I'm not too sure exactly why, but I just did stop reaching for this as much as I used to. And this one, because I'm not really into highlighting pens anymore, or radiant pens, I didn't really reach for it immediately, thinking it would be like the YSL Touche Éclat, but the formulation and the dispenser of this is way better. The control on the product, and also the brush is a bit wider, so it really just affords me to just place product on my cheek and tap it. I like the formula because it gives a luminous glow without looking like highlighter so much. I'm not so sure if that makes sense, but I have it on my cheek, and one time I remember just using it on its own with foundation and not really using a powder highlighter on top, and I really did get a lot of compliments on my skin that day, and they couldn't really tell that it was foundation or a product. They just, or even a highlighter, they just commented on how beautiful my skin looked that day, and it was because of this pen. I have a new foundation that I discovered this past month, and I absolutely love it. I think it's an amazing, I don't know if I've done a review on this, but I think I snapped about this. It's the new Anastasia of Beverly Hills Cream Stick Foundation. This is how it looks. I'm a MAC NC30, and the shade that I use is Warm Natural. Yeah, Warm Natural. Now, what do I like about this foundation? I don't really use this on my entire face. I usually will use like my Dior Skin Star, or maybe one of my favorite drugstore foundations. And what I would do is just the areas that I want more coverage in, which is usually my T-zone, around my nose, around my chin, and you know, just areas in my cheeks where I have blemishes, I would get a stippling brush like this, a synthetic brush, and I would just stamp this in. And sometimes if I want the entire face, I actually get a bigger brush and stamp it in on top of a first layer of foundation that I have, and it just gives you that full coverage without the weight, flawless finish, good for videos or photography or HD, and it's gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch this for you guys. So here I have a mole right there. The mole is gone. I'll also remove this mark. The mark is gone. And this is a heavier swatch. This is a less heavy swatch, but you guys get the picture. I actually like this way better than the Makeup Forever HD stick, and the price point is amazing, you guys. This is 33 Canadian, so it's probably about it, I guess 30 US. You get 9 grams, so I'm not so sure how much the other cream foundations get, but this is amazing because you don't need a lot, and I think this is a super stellar stick foundation for full coverage and travel friendly. The next product I want to share with you guys is by the brand called by Terry. It's a French brand by its founder, whose first name is Terry. I can't pronounce her last name. Terry Godstenberg, I don't know. And this is her superstar product. I mean, what the brand is really known for, and it's the Baume de Rose. and it comes in a larger jar, but this is the jar that I have, which is a travel size. And this is an amazing primer for the lips. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. It's not too sticky. It doesn't make lip products on top slip or slide once you have it. It moisturizes as soon as you put it on the lip, and it doesn't pill or slide around the lip. It just is really an amazing balm. You don't need a lot. It's quite dense, so I just tap my fingers in and then tap it on my lip or spread it, and it's gorgeous. It's one of those products that is definitely worth having in your handbag at all times, especially if you travel a lot. Now into drugstore. There's a couple of drugstore products that I discovered this month and I enjoyed. One is an eye makeup eye primer base, and this is such a surprise, but I think I was watching, I don't know if it was Fleur de Force, but one of those British beauty bloggers, and she was talking about her favorite drugstore finds, and this is one of those she mentioned. So we get this in Canada, so I got this in Shoppers Drug Mart. This is by the brand Essence, and it's called I Love Stage Eyeshadow Base. This is how it looks. It has a doe foot applicator, which I love because I don't need to brush or mess with my, and that's the color. It is very pigmented, and you just need one dab. With my synthetic brush, I would just put that in my eyelid and then pat it on. It does such an amazing job of not only holding the eyeshadow, but really evening out my skin tone in the eyelids. Sometimes if you don't get enough sleep, there's redness there, and I thoroughly enjoyed this eye base. I also have been, I don't know if I think this is Holy Grail, but I've been using it the entire month. It's a new concealer from Maybelline. It's called the Superstay Better Skin with Actisil Oil Free Concealer Corrector. This is how it looks. I've ran out of my NARS creamy concealer, and I've always used Maybelline, and I use the Age Rewind as a eye brightening or eye concealer. I thought I'd give this one a try. The shade that I have is in light medium 30. Comes with a doe foot applicator. This is a bit more liquidy compared to the other Maybelline concealers, liquid concealers I've tried, but it's still a very good drugstore concealer. I'm not so sure if I would repurchase it, but definitely I enjoyed it thoroughly this month. One of my Holy Grail fragrances, and I think this is definitely part of my top 5 fragrances, this is the Tocca fragrance in Florence. This is how it looks. I have the travel size with me right now. This is how the packaging looks, and this one has Italian bergamot, green pear, ivory gardenia, and blonde wood. Ever since I discovered Tocca maybe a decade ago, Stella was their first scent, and then now they have a full range in Sephora, but this is definitely my favorite Florence. And last, very last but not the least, this is a candle, and because it's fall, I still love my diptyque candles. They'll always be by my bedside, but in the kitchen now, and this just fills the entire living space. From Bath & Body, it's the Vanilla Pumpkin Marshmallow fragrance scented candle. This is how it looks. Definitely, it's part of their fall selections, and oh my god, you guys, it smells really good. It's reminiscent of marshmallow. It's a bit really warm, but it doesn't smell too much like cake or cookies or cookie dough, which is just this smells rich. You can definitely smell the vanilla and the pumpkin, and it feels so warm and fuzzy. The combination is the one that is gorgeous. So that is about it, you guys. I hope you guys found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.